As ranchers, we are stewards of our nation's resources. It's a role and responsibility that's significant. It's huge. It's daunting. But being a steward of our nation's resources, I mean, what a gift. What an opportunity to do good.
We do not own the land, we borrow it from our children. And so while I'm here borrowing it from my children, I want to do all that I can to be ready to hand it over to them. It's what we do when we love the land.
We have a moral responsibility to take care of this land. It's right. I can't, may not always make economic sense, but it's the right thing to do. It is something that's bigger than we are. We want that to continue, not only for us, because it's important to us as a family. You gotta give me a minute.
Our hope for the future is that we've established a ranch that truly is sustainable. Is the long-time thinking, family ownership, leaving something better than when we found it.
I don't know a rancher, or I don't know very many ranchers, I should say, that don't love wildlife and love cattle and love sheep. It's just part of our heritage, it's part of our culture, always has been.
I've always just been a part of the land. Whatever's out there, that's what I want. Love for the land, love for the animals, love for the flowers, the trees, the Navajo River. This is where my church is. This is what is in me.
We're in a new chapter of conservation. In the first chapter of conservation in this country, you had wilderness and then you had city. And for a long time, that's how we've really thought about conservation. But today, more and more, we understand that there's this very important piece in the middle that we call the working landscape. These are the places that provide our food, our fiber, they provide the jobs that sustain the rural communities. These things are incredibly important and they're disappearing. And that's really our next challenge going forward. We have to think beyond protected wilderness. And you can't do that unless you're engaging the people in those landscapes, first and foremost in that solution.
We have restarted, and a migratory pathway of birds flying through here that weren't coming through here. There's 230 species of birds that show up in this valley here. And from this, we've got the Audubon Society showing up. We've got the Nature Conservancy coming here. They've partnered with us. They've got properties around us. These things are starting to happen now.
What we're seeing in the West today is incredibly hopeful because you do see collaboration, working with partners, trying to realize this vision that's so important to us. I think many places in the rural West are actually leading the way on this.
The more that we can work with others, the better off we'll be, hands down.
I arrived at the ranch at the age of 44, dyed-in-the-wool environmentalist, anti-cattle vegetarian person, and saw that there were ranchers who had this deep, profound relationship with the land and their animals, which was something that I didn't think existed. And I've been here for 17 years.
I lent myself to this model, to my neighbors, to try to show them that we could trust these new programs that were out there. I would risk my ranch involving partnership deals with them just to show these guys that The wolf's not going to haul my ranch away on the end of a ball and chain.
The main thing is we have to make a living out of these cattle. All these things I'm doing have a return on investment in reduced feed costs, more bred cows, starting to realize the income from the hunting, from on a commercial basis and stuff like that. So we have to make a living, but we try to do it practically.
Eventually, this is our long-term deal, is to be involved with the ranches, and we want our kids to be involved. Hopefully they will soak all of this knowledge in one of these days, and when they're old enough and they're taking care of this stuff, they're doing it the right way. And they learned from us.
When I'm gone, and I can't do anything. But what I wanted to do was to save this for them, and that's what I've done. This is our river. This river belongs to everybody that's connected to it. It's not mine. That's one of the things all of us have in common. And it's very, very important to me to be satisfied with what I'm doing with what I have here to save for the existence of all of us. My kids, my neighbors, south of the border. I mean, you know, it's my job, and I love it.